Hey guys, what's up? GreenMachineSam back with another video, and after a long-awaited return, we are back doing Tennessee Titans franchise. Now, it has been like a week and a half since I've actually recorded Tennessee Titans franchise. It's just I've had so many videos that I've had to edit, as well as I've been mainly focused on roster updates and all that fun stuff that has happened at the beginning of free agency. So it's been, like I said, about a week and a half since I've really recorded a Tennessee Titans franchise video, so I might be a little bit rusty when it comes to certain things or just playing in general. It's been a week since I've basically played Madden. All my time spent on Madden has been doing roster updates and all that fun stuff. And then any other time that I've basically had to play video games, I've played other games such as Rainbow Six Siege, Helldivers, and stuff like that. Or even the new MLB, which I'm going to be honest, I'm already kind of burnt out on. I don't know why I bought it. I really don't. But with that being said, guys, let's get into things. So, coming off a win last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars, where we do basically have to win out to even have a really outside chance in getting into the playoffs right now. We are sitting at 6-7. We are last in the division currently. It's not going to be a fun time, I can tell you that much right now. The AFC this year, if you guys are new here to my channel or anything like that, the AFC is completely fucking stacked this year. The Bears are 9-4 now, so makes sense why we lost to them. NFC, well, let's look at the AFC. You have the 12-1 Raiders. You have the 11-2 Chiefs and Jags. You have the 9-4 Ravens, who we also lost to. The 8-5 Bills, who we play later this season. 7-6 Bengals. 7-6 Dolphins, who we lost to as well. 6-7 Browns, and then Titans, Colts, and Texans. Okay, so we're not at the bottom of the division. Texans are actually below us. We do have the Patriots to take on this week. They are 5-8. They're probably going to be the last relatively easy game. We also have the Bills, the Cowboys, and the Jags once again. So as you guys can see here, just from the standings, once again, the Cowboys 8-5. The Bills, I think, were 8-5 as well, if I'm looking for them. Yeah, they were 8-5. Jacksonville's 11-2. So they're not going to be particularly easy games, and like I said, we do have to go out and probably win out at minimum 3 games. Probably do have to win out to make the playoffs, if I'm being honest at this point in time. So this is a definite must-win right now, going into New England, taking on New England Patriots. It's going to be an interesting battle. Weekly awards from last week, just to keep you guys updated. Tajay Spears, 20 carries, 126 yards, 2 TDs, 3 receptions for 13 yards. Has had a pretty good bounce back. I think that was a game that he actually would have returned from. He was injured for a couple weeks with a broken hand. We do have weekly strategy to take care of, as well as upgrade players. I'll show upgrade players after weekly strategy, of course. And of course, with injury, some players coming off of injury, we do have Christian Malone. We do have Cody Whitehair back. We'll have Caleb Chase back next week. So no real injuries to speak of. Now, of course, I do still have to go through the weekly strategy. Once we go through the weekly strategy, I'll go ahead and look at the roster and see who we need to get rid of so that we can bring in backups at other positions or just depth at certain positions so that we can rotate guys in and out, all that fun stuff. Because I know as of right now with Malone and Whitehair being back, I think we have 12 O-linemen on the team right now. So we need to cut at least 2, probably bring in a 3rd running back and some other depth there. But let me go ahead, hop in, do weekly strategy, and then I will show you guys if there's any injuries and the upgrades afterwards. So no real injuries to note of, well, no injuries actually at all, besides Caleb Chase staying injured for this week. So we did go pick up Kyron Johnson, our practice squad outside backer that has incredible speed. He's going to come in and help out on those special teams. And we did end up picking up De'Aaron Evans, actually. I decided not to bring back Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He just doesn't offer me enough in those receiving downs, and that's when he's mainly going to be coming in, when that 3rd running back has to do something for us, is in those receiving downs. Are going to be those guys that we need to pick up yards with. I don't need a second bruiser. So, Hassan Haskins has played fine. Spears can still play that downhill role. And I think even some of the speedy small guys in Madden can play downhill better than the larger power backs can play, that receiving style. Now, that's not to say that Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a big guy. He's 5'6", I think 200 pounds or something around that nature. But I just felt like bringing in a different running back was probably best for us going forward. We do have some upgrade players to take care of. We have McCreary, Malone, Skoronski, and others. We do have a ton of upgrades to take care of. I'm going to go ahead and take care of all these off recording so that it doesn't take up too much time. And then next time you guys will see us, we will be in the game. So the Tennessee Titans offense will come out for the first time today at the 28-yard line. Sorry, I for some reason thought 25-yard line. Yes, I do know that Tajay Spears ended up getting a new jersey number. Yes, I know the Tennessee Titans added a lot of veteran talent in Calvin Ridley, Chibodi Awuzie, and of course L'Jarius Sneed just recently. I'm going to be changing Spears' number after the season. I'm going to give him number 2, but with Jair wearing it currently and him staying on the team in our universe, he's going to hold on to that number for at least another year. 1st and 10, let's go. 4 wide here. Let's motion to Amos, get him going. I have decided to move more towards Amos and Max Smith coming out onto the field more and getting rid of Isaiah Hodgins. As much as I love Isaiah Hodgins and him developing, and I've liked him in the NFL since he came in and started showing out for the New York Giants, the main thing is that the other 2 guys are just younger. They're on rookie deals. They're just going to be better suited for this offense long term. 2nd and 6 in a handoff. Spears inside zone up to backers, and they end up getting some pretty decent blocks there. 7-yard rush for Spears. Got to keep him engaged. He is the biggest key to this offense. Just like when Derrick Henry was here. When the run game is going, we have a pretty decent time. 1st and 10, motioning Chig across. I have moved him to fullback as well. Get him more onto the field. I don't need Howard as much. Spears getting another 6-yard gain there. 2 for 13. We saw his stats last week. 20 rushes, 126 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He performed very well against the Jacksonville Jaguars when we had to slow down the game and force the Jacksonville Jaguars defense to come up and make plays. Going to send Spears back the other way with Burks coming on that little in route. I don't need him going out to the same side and causing one, defender to be able to cover both parties. Can't get the ball to Burks there as our right side of that O-line just collapses. Not off to a great start on the first play that, takes time to develop. 3rd and 4 here. Going to bring Amos in again. Looking Amos or looking Spears immediately. No, Melton, no. Holds on to the football. Jelani Tavai ends up tackling him down. Shit, that's one player that I forgot to change jersey numbers for. I completely forgot that Sion Takitaki ended up getting a new jersey with New England. I think he's wearing 16. I don't remember if I changed it for the roster. By the time you guys see this video, you guys will more than likely have already gotten that update, but just something that I just remembered about. Going to try to motion Wiley in motion. Get him going onto that edge. Spears, just enough speed to make Jabril Peppers miss. And something I did do that I don't remember if I showed you guys at the beginning of the season was I did go into each team and kind of change up certain players. So Jabril Peppers is going to be playing more of that middle linebacker with Marte Mapu and Kyle Duggar still being on this Patriots team. There was no need for a third safety. And then they still had another guy that was pretty young and was a decent overall. So I ended up moving Jabril Peppers to more of that middle linebacker role, get him more involved, and just make the Patriots a better team. And I did that with every single team too, not just teams that were going to play, but every single team. I kind of moved guys around on everybody's offensive line depending on, what their weak spots were and stuff. 1st and 10 here, going to drop back to pass again. Spears open underneath, going to give him the ball. Jelani Tavai ends up coming up and making the tackle, and there's Jabril Peppers and Tajay Spears now down. Okay, well, we're going to see a lot of De'Arnton Evans then today. Hopefully he knows enough of the playbook. 2nd and 3 now. And that is something as well that I would love to see them bring back from, the head coach games, is knowledge of the playbook. The longer you keep somebody around, the more knowledgeable they're going to be about the playbook, the more that they're going to be able to just run the plays with ease, and it's not going to be, because that's one thing I always think is, like, you can bring in any player anytime and they're going to play good. That is something I would kind of like to see in terms of a Madden, maybe over the next couple of years. Handoff Spears here again, out to the outside, making Jabril Peppers miss. Down to the 13-4 for 25 for Tajay Spears. He's getting off to a very good start. We might end up subbing him out and letting Haskins take control of this game for a little bit. Just for the simple fact we don't want him getting re-injured in any significant way. Going to send Melton out on that little zip route. I don't know who is on top of him. That is Jabril Peppers, so he has decent coverage skills. We're going to bring Amos in motion. Going to bring him down. Melton open underneath against Peppers. One-on-one catches, goes down. 4 for 5, 23 yards. Also, where the fuck is the jersey temperature sleeve? The temperature jersey sleeve thing that was in previous Maddens. I haven't been able to find it in the gear section. So it's kind of weird. Like that, I felt like that was a really key addition, and now it's just no longer there. First and goal here, and drop back to pass. Burks on this whip route. No, I do see Spears over in the flat. Going to give him the ball. It's tackled down by Marte Mapu. The Patriots, I feel like, had a really good draft last year. Just looking at it, Christian Gonzalez, Marte Mapu. I think Keon White was also in that draft class, if I remember correctly. They had a very good draft class, in my opinion. Some very sneakily good guys. And with the team now rebuilding, going into the full rebuild, with them moving on from Bill Belichick, I think they could be in a pretty decent situation. Second and goal, going to hand off Spears left side here. Chig and Tyron can't wash down Peppers, though. It was a double team on the one singular guy. Push him back far enough where Peppers has to either try to make a play underneath and maybe get a shoestring tackle or make a play over top, but that's just not the case. Third and goal, they have 6 guys on the line. I think they might be bringing pressure. If they do, I think Melton or Wiley could be open immediately. No, they don't bring pressure. Only 4. Melton, though, I don't know what he's doing. Why is he running upfield? You're literally in the flat. You're literally standing in the end zone. I'm throwing it to you, and as soon as I push the throw button, he literally runs upfield. Marcus Jones will end up taking a knee. Kirk Cousins comes out onto the field wearing number 12. Very weird here to see somebody wearing 12 in New England, let alone it being Kirk Cousins. In real life, he signs with the Atlanta Falcons, and this university signs with the New England Patriots. 21 touchdowns, 5 picks, over 2,000 yards on the season so far for him. He's had a pretty decent season. It looks to be. His O-line is pretty good, if I remember correctly. They don't have a whole ton of weak spots, per se. Granted, it's not particularly a great offensive line either. Here is, 33. Is that? It's a rookie. He's taking off and running on us. Great. Already starting off the day with a fantastic play there. This D-line just has not done anything to show me that they're worth legitimately anything. Play action fake here. Going to throw to a little return route there. Who is that? Juju? Yeah, Juju. Trent Brown now down there, big left tackle. Serious question. With Trent Brown going to the Bengals, who goes over to right tackle? Because I know Trent Brown and Orlando Brown both transitioned from right tackle to left tackle because they wanted to be paid like left tackles. So which one of them goes back to right? I would assume it's the guy that isn't on a super big contract and Trent Brown, or maybe Orlando Brown's more comfortable with it now that he was paid to be a left tackle. He'll happily move back to right tackle if they need him to. End of one here. We are up 3-0. Offense stalled out at the 2. Just not. I'm going to say I'm a little rusty, as well as I'm not speaking the greatest. I can't put sentences together all that well, or just speaking in general. I don't know why. Granted, it has been a couple days since I have recorded a YouTube video in general. 1 for 2 for Kirk Cousins. 9 yards for him as well. Of course, this run game getting going almost immediately. Not something you want to see, especially when you haven't been able to stop a run game all year, and there's Juju beating Quentin Ayers. Quentin Ayers has had such an up and down season. He goes from one game of not really getting targeted because he's locking guys down to one game just getting fucking burnt on those post routes. I don't know what to do here. Dropping back into coverage, and Evans can't get there, but their tight end can't hold on to it. Hunter Henry can't hold on to it. Superstar now after having apparently a good season with New England. 2nd and 10 now at the 22. Going to tell our corners to play press here. I don't want to give up anything. And there's Juju again, just getting burnt, is Caleb Farley. Juju Smith-Schuster. 1st and goal now here for the New England Patriots, all the way up to the 2-yard line. They're going to run the football. I'm guessing run. I don't care. If we have to sell out for the run, that's fine. We do, and there's one of their backup tight ends. What is that? Williams? Would that be Max Williams, maybe? Mark Vickers will end up taking a knee in the end zone, and the Tennessee Titans offense will come back out onto the field. We got to get going. Like I said before, this is a must-win game no matter what. You can slice it any way you want to. It's a must-win game at this point. All these games are must-win, of course, but this one's extra, especially with how hard the rest of the season is. Missing there on Treylon Burks. Jonathan Jones in coverage, just ball not really near him. Accuracy's been an issue, and it continues to be. 2nd and 10 now, going to drop back to pass. Looking Treylon here early. Nothing really open. Going to take off and run with Will Levis, picking up 3. Just making it more manageable. I think we had Spears underneath, maybe. but I wasn't really too keen on it. 3rd and 7, going to run a slip screen. As long as the line can get out there, I think we'll be in an okay situation. Dorian Dixon gets a block. Spears, can he get up past the first? And he does. 6 for 9, 33 yards. First down for Will Levis, and we're going to continue. We go inside zone here. I think with Wiley and Goodwell working on Jujon, I think we should be able to get up to Peppers, as well as be able to get some blocks. Get to the outside, picking up the first and more. 6 for 43 for Spears. Off to a pretty good start here today. Up to the 50-yard line now, going into New England territory at this point. We're going to run a wham play. I don't know who 94 would be on this team at this current state. I'm going to let Chig do the honors. So, wham. Getting a couple of decent blocks after getting held up there. Chig just didn't get enough of that defensive tackle, unfortunately. I think if we would have gotten a little bit better of a situation, I think that could have been a very nice play. Amos here early could be an option. I don't remember who exactly that corner is. Maybe it's Miles Bryant out there on that outside. Maybe Marcus Jones. Bo Melton over the top. Go get the fucking football. Find it. Tracks it. Catch. I just don't know what the flag's going to be. Is it holding? No, it's roughing the passer, so we're going to get some extra yardage after the play. That was a good fucking throw by Will Levis, and he ends up taking a hit for it. Gets some extra yards added to the end of that play. You're going to have Hassan Haskins run straight downfield. Drew Sample coming over in motion, and then Chig leading the way, I think, will be the better call here than O.J. Howard. I think this will just work out a little bit better for us. Hassan Haskins downfield. And Lindsey Goodwell's out, and Nicholas Petit-Fier will have to come in. If it's not something, one O-lineman's always getting injured. I swear to God, it's always happening. Burks on this quick out, but it is going up against Christian Gonzalez. In this formation, I've also subbed in Chig, just to get him a little bit more involved as well. Treylon beats Christian Gonzalez, and he has himself a touchdown. Treylon Burks. Starting off hot today. Kirk Cousins will come back out onto the field. After going down and scoring a touchdown in their first drive, we got to slow him down. Who the fuck is 27? Treston Ebner, the former Chicago Bear. Caleb Farley, pick the fucking football! Unless somebody else has the same last name as Treston Ebner. I think that was his first name anyway. I know it's T. Ebner. Kind of weird that that's their second running back, or at least their receiving back. Here's some good blocks for this rookie running back, C. Davis, but luckily Amani Hooker comes up, makes the play. Amani Hooker, man, I tell you, he's played fucking lights out so far this season. He's definitely had some bad plays here and there, if I remember correctly, but I wouldn't say he's played like just downright awful like some of these other guys have. Running back gets thrown down by Harold Landry, and Kirk Cousins is throwing a fit about it. 4th and 10, going to have to bring out the punting unit now. Good stop from the defense. 1st and 10 now for this Tennessee Titans offense. Going to go halfback zone weak. Another formation that we've changed up a little bit. We're going to have Chig in that little like slot role. Just to give us a little bit extra blocking as well as get him more involved. I want to have the opportunity of being able to use him. I'm not completely sold out on him yet. It's just Josh Wiley has played so fucking good that there's no reason to go away from go away from Wiley at this point. I think that has to be stated. So Chig's going to get a lot of opportunities here in certain formations. And then, he's playing fullback. He's playing that second string tight end. So he should get a lot of opportunities. I don't know about how many receiving opportunities he'll get, as Chig just doesn't find the linebacker there. Goes inside to try to get him. Doesn't really work. Like I said, he'll get plenty of opportunities for the most part. He'll be on the field a lot. I just don't know how many receiving options he's going to get. 3rd and 8 here. Going to drop back to pass. Trying to find something. Treylon Burks open. Can't hold on to the football. Marcus Jones able to knock it free. Going to have to... Fuck, dude. You got to hold on to that football. Against a 5'8 corner, you got to hold on to that fucking football. Settle for just being able to kick it out of bounds and knowing to be able to kick it out of bounds instead of trying to pin them even closer to the end zone. And hell, half the time when you pin them close to the end zone, it feels like Madden kind of screws you and just gives them a big gain anyway. So, screw it. Just go for the simple play. 1st and 10 here. Going to drop back to pass. Looking underneath. McCreary there in coverage. Bringing down Juju Smith-Schuster once again. 3-yard reception. 4 for 55 for him on the day. I think that's most of Kirk Cousins' targets besides Hunter Henry here early. Staying in 7. Going to hand off here to the rookie. Keenan Evans come up, make the play on the other rookie. 3rd and 3 now after the 2-minute warning. Going to put Evans in coverage, rush with Yatir, and who is that? Mark Vickers comes up big. I have moved Roger McCreary back into the starting role just for the simple fact that I think he'll be better suited for us right now. We are making a push for the playoffs, of course. So I did switch some things up. I just want to give people opportunities, right? And if they don't succeed, then yes, I can always go back to somebody else. Jeez, who is 37? He had fucking no problems chasing us down. Williams. I think that's what it was. I have no clue who that would be at this point. 1st and 10. Going to go to the air here. Minute 49 here remaining in the second quarter. So going to have to go to the air a lot here probably. Amos, he gets bumped twice. Like, I don't know if you guys are watching some of these receivers sometimes. I know it's hard for me to not look away from, where the ball is at times. I'm literally waiting for him to break. He gets bumped by his own corner, then gets bumped by whoever was running that hook route, and just not getting free. 2nd and 10 now. Going to go back to the air here. Underneath is Traylon. He holds onto the football and picks up the first in front of Jabril Peppers. He says, "This is my ball. This is my fucking day. I didn't get my dev trait challenge done, but I'm going to fucking win this game." 1st and 10. Clock is rolling, so we do have to speed things up just a little bit. Underneath is Bo. He's going to catch, get up to the first down marker and more. Hurry back to the line. 1st and 10. 7-second runoff here. Stick and nod here could work with Wiley. I don't really want to look at these outside receivers. Wiley open, and it gets... Cool, so my audio just cut out. That was nice. It cut out when I fucking put my controller down because my cord hit my space bar. And yeah, so that's lovely at this point. We are going to have decent starting field position up to the 32-yard line. That pick's on me. I shouldn't go to that situation in that point of the game. They're playing cover 3. I shouldn't go to that, but it is what it is. Going to run out routes here. Trying to get something open. Amos to the outside. Catch. Can't hold on to the football. You have your hands on the ball. Fucking just hold it at that point. You already have your hands on the football. Just hold the fucking football. It's not that hard. I don't think it is. 2nd and 10 here. If you don't fucking start holding on to the football, I'm going to the other rookie. Amos to the outside. Catch, run, out of bounds. 1st and 10 up to the 47-yard line. Getting into decent, we just got to get to, I think, the 41 to really have a good chance at a field goal here. I do like Melton coming open right away. No, not really going to be him. Wiley behind the linebackers, though. Josh Wiley up to the second level. 22 seconds left. We're going to call a timeout. First of our 3 here today. I'm going to go slots out here. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring Amos in motion so that he is actually running behind Burks. He'll run up right away. Spears open as well as Chig possibly. Chig open, one-on-one coverage. Hold on to the football. Does up to the 19. Chig Okonkwo. Both these tight ends really playing a big factor in today's game. 18 seconds. We're going to go to slip screen here. I know this is a little bit more risky than what we should probably be willing to do, but with 2 timeouts, we have plenty of opportunities to stop this clock here. Going to throw to Spears, and he gets bumped. And that's the story of the fucking game. If I turn up defensive pass interference anymore, it's going to call it every 2 plays. If I don't put it up anymore, it's never going to call anything like you guys are seeing. Could I actually get that fucking sweep play? No? Okay. It was lying and telling me that we were running this play right here, and I was like, ooh, maybe I could run that right now because there's nobody on the left side. Gonna run out routes here. Burks beats his man. Catch. Is he out of bounds? I'm just gonna call a timeout either way. We're only gonna run one play either way. Looking for the end zone right here. If we don't get it, we're just gonna settle at this point. Or if we don't get it and we have time, maybe we can go for it. Just as long as we're not tackled down inbounds, I think I could definitely still go for it again. So bring in Amos. He's going to be running that drag underneath. Nothing really open, but Bo Melton is. Bo Melton diving catch. Touchdown, Bo fucking Melton. Both these receivers getting involved in the end zone. Let's fucking go. Up. Going to be up 17-14. Probably going to the half at this point. So 3 seconds left. They're just going to kneel the ball out. I'm going to be a little bitch about it, though. I'm going to call my timeout just to force Kirk Cousins to have a lower rushing average. Fuck you, Kirk Cousins. Call timeout. Fuck you. You have to kneel the ball again. It's a bitch move, don't get me wrong, but fuck them. it also helps our defensive stats. So going into halftime, up 3. The pick 6 just really sucks, of course. Granted, I should know not to throw that, right? They're playing one single high safety. I shouldn't throw something over the linebacker's head, trying to fit the ball in between the safety and the linebackers. That's my fault more than anything. Good start to the game, though. 160 passing yards, 73 rushing yards. Good half for this offense and this defense going forward. So the New England Patriots will get their first drive of the second half, starting off at their own 25-yard line. Kirk Cousins back out onto the field. Really, if you take that pick 6 away, I understand that they didn't get a drive after that pick 6, of course, so they could have went down and scored on that drive. But if you take that pick 6 away, it's looking pretty good for us. Jair here able to bring down the rookie after a 7-yard rush, 5 for 31, slowing him down so far after that first big rush. And then, of course, they're getting his second probably big rush, I would say, on the day. 2nd and 3 now. Going to motion the line over and cover everything underneath. And there's Juju again. So far, Kirk Cousins' favorite target, 6 for 11. I'm telling you, I don't think Juju's a bad receiver. I don't think he's anything special, right? But everybody that shits on Juju, it's like, okay, once he gets a good quarterback again, I feel like he'll be, a fine piece. I don't think he's anything special, like I said. Tristan Ebner there again. One rush for him on the day, nothing going. I think Juju with a right, quarterback could be at least fine. A usable receiver at most. 2nd and 10 now. Going to bring 5 guys down onto the line. Kendrick Bourne underneath there with Azeez Al-Jair breaking up that ball. 3rd and 10. He's going to the Texans, being a part of that, hopefully helping that defense out next year down there in Houston. I think he'll do a pretty good job down there, being probably one of their main linebackers. Here's the Nico Autry getting through and sacking Kirk Cousins. A sack on 3rd and 10 gets us to 4th and 19, and they have to punt the football away. Good shit there from DeNico. We sent extra pressure, and it got home. Mark Vickers gets us all the way up to the 38-yard line, and here comes this offense. Treylon Burks has officially hit 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns on the season, so good for him. I think almost doubling his yards, if I'm not mistaken, or close to it at least. Already this, little into the season. We still have 3 full games to go in the rest of this half. So basically doubling his yards, or doubling his yards as of this point, is a really good step up, really good upgrade. 1st and 10, got a motion Drew Sample, bringing him across. Chig needs to get up to this backer. That's one thing I will say. He needs to do a better job of lead blocking. I want to keep him in that fullback role, but if he doesn't do a better job, I can't justifiably leave him there. 2nd and 2 now after an 8-yard rush from Hassan Haskins. Going back to Spears here now. We're going to go inside zone here. We're going to just do some little different things here. We're going to motion Melton out. Just take Christian Gonzalez, make him back up that extra half step. Handoff here, Spears. He doesn't go after Yawan Bentley, but Spears up to the 2nd level and more. 10 for 63 for Spears on the day. 1st and 10 all the way up to the 38-yard line. Already into their territory. Moving the ball pretty well. Going fast. 1st and 10, we're going to play action. Chig's going to be the main look here. Rolling out, trying to find something. And just, who is that? Keon White. Christian Malone now down. So he's going to end up leaving the field. First game back, and he's already leaving again. That's not a good sign for us. 2nd and 21, going to go halfback stretch. Back to this left side. Going to hopefully get Chig out there onto a man. And number 74, I don't know who 74 is, but he just destroyed Peter Skoronski. Another rookie there, Wilkins. Just Skoronski just not doing a good enough job there. I want to go jailbreak slot screen, but I know these plays just don't fucking work like they're supposed to. 3rd and 23, though. I don't want to try to force anything and put us into a bad situation, so just going to run it. Yeah, don't even pick up Peppers. No, don't block him. He doesn't need to be blocked. That's fine. Broken ribs, out for the game. Nice. 4th and 21, got to punt the football. So the New England Patriots will have the football at the 6-yard line. A very good punt by Ryan Stonehouse. 43 yards on the day for him for that punt. 1st and 10. Going to bring Florence down. Help out in this zone coverage. Farley trying to get back to his receiver. Just kind of overthrown there by Kirk Cousins. 6 for 13. Not a great start to his day. When targeting guys not named Juju, he might have only like 1 reception, to be fair. I think it's to Williams, too, the 2nd string tight end. So, yeah, he definitely has not gotten anything going. And there's a sack, forced fumble, and a touchdown. Jeffrey Simmons gets through, forces the sack. Harold Landry picks up the football. The defense responds. What a good play there from the defensive line. We sent an extra man, and they get home. So, 1st and 10 here for the New England Patriots. Pretty bad starting field position at the 17. A good punt coverage unit, kick return unit for us. That would be Hunter Henry catching the football. I think he has one of the only other receptions. Yeah, he's mainly gone to Juju. He hasn't really found, Devontae Parker or Kendrick Bourne. Or at least hasn't completed any passes to them, to be fair. Here's Devontae Parker, and as I open up my fucking mouth, here he comes. Devontae Parker getting a reception 5 yards there on 1st down. 1 for 5. Gonna put him there. And then I need to get over to Yatir. I guess not. They're running a QB draw with Kirk Cousins. What the fuck is this offense? 3 rushes, -5 yards for him on the day. What the fuck is this offense at this point? Gonna send extra pressure. Fuck it. It worked last time. Let's send some extra pressure. Let's get home. Keenan Evans back up just a little bit. Shair coming down fast, trying to jump up and swat, and he's just going to have to throw the football away. 4th and 8. Kirk Cousins just can't do anything. His receiver's just not good enough to get open, and he just doesn't feel comfortable in his pocket. Spears and this offense will come back out on the field. I want to get him more involved, salt some of this clock away, so we're going to go towards the running game here to begin. 1st and 10. Going to run this counter, go back to the left. The left side is a little bit stronger for us in terms of O-line strength. Only a 1-yard rush there. Nothing going too great there. Wilkins again involved. Their rookie defensive tackle. Playing pretty well today. I stood up against Skoronski and Tyron Smith multiple times. 2nd and 9, handoff. Spears to the outside. Letting Tyron Smith catch back up. Chig, fucking block Judon. He's coming back across the fucking field. Block Judon. Don't go up to the safety. I don't need you up there. Apparently Chig just doesn't have very good lead block, I guess. And I understand, I know I made a video earlier in the year being like, lead blocking, the new improved AI blocking is dog shit. It still is. I shouldn't have to have Kyle Juszczyk in the best offensive line for run blocking to be reliable. 1st and 10, play action fake. Looking Chig, not open, but Treylon is over the top of the corner, but not quite. Marte Mapu going up, knocking that football away. 2nd and 10 now. I didn't think Marte Mapu was going to run as hard as he did with Treylon Burks there. I was hoping just to kind of throw it over his head and just into the breadbasket of Treylon. 2nd and 10 now. Looking Wiley to Amos. Back to Spears across the middle. Catch, run. Gets up to the 1st down marker. Jelani Tavai and Jabril Peppers there again. They have some pretty decent players on this defense, I will say. They definitely have some units here. 1st and 10, going to go back to this left side. We're going to actually motion Wiley across, hopefully get him going as a lead blocker. They're going to run a Marte Mapu over, and cut back into this interior lane, and just Cody Whitehair wasn't able to keep up his block. 2nd and 9. Going to salt out the rest of the time to go into the quarter. Not bad. 2nd and 9, right? Got to keep this offense moving. Got to keep this rush game moving in the correct direction. I think at this point in the game, the Patriots offense hasn't really shown that they can move the football particularly well. I think we just have to be safe with the football for the most part. Get rid of some of this clock so that we can get out of here with a victory and move on to, I think it's the Bills, maybe? Is it the Bills, then the Cowboys, or is it the Cowboys and the Bills? I don't know. We'll figure it out after the game, though. 2nd and 9, handoff, Spears up the middle. Halfback inside zone. Wiley not able to hold his block long enough. 3rd and 6 now. We do have to probably go to the air here to pick up the 1st, unfortunately. If the block was held just a little bit longer, we could probably go back to the run game. If it was 2nd and 4, I would more than be willing to go back to the run game, but with it being 3rd and 6, them stacking the box here too doesn't help out that situation as well. Gonna motion Spears over to the other side, have him run a wheel route. No, can't motion him. Okay, then just run a wheel route on that side. Fuck it. You get open. Will Levis going to take off and run, scrambling for the 1st down. We end up getting a rush anyway. 3 for 19 on the day for Will Levis. Like I said, I don't need my quarterbacks to be the greatest runners of the football. I just need them to be competent is all I'm saying. 1st and 10 here. Going to go Wiley over to Burks, back to Melton. Melton, if that corner stays, is that Christian Gonzalez on the outside? If he stays and covers that curl route, it could be a possibility. No. Going to take off and run again. There's Will Levis again. I wanted him to go down before getting tackled. I don't want to risk injury, and I don't want to risk the chance of him fumbling the football. Going to go mountain power here with Hassan. Give him a chance to go down, get some yards. 2nd and 3. Just need 3 to pick it up, get to the next set of downs. And motion sample. He's going to come back across, help block. Let's go. 2nd and 3. Dorian Dixon just wasn't running fast enough to get up to that next linebacker, so I was hoping Hassan Haskins could just run downfield, put his shoulder into the guy, and get going. Not quite exactly what we got there. 3rd and 1. Spears here. Everybody gets washed down, and Spears, but he can't hold on the football. Fuck me, dude. That's the second time in the last, 4 games that something like that has happened. We end up picking up a first down on a crucial down, and then our guy gets fucking knocked out, basically. 1st and 10 here. Patriots offense with all the momentum now. You know, their defense coming up, getting a stop. David Andrews now out. Both starting centers now out for probably both the teams out for the game. Gonna bring McCreary on a blitz. Fuck it. Let's try it. Let's send some pressure with Shair on this other side. And they throw it underneath to Hunter Henry, and he can't hold on to the football. He came out of his break, and the ball was already there and just couldn't quite focus up enough and grab it. 3rd and 5 now. Gonna play some coverage here. Hopefully this D-line can go in and get enough done. I just need them to come up right here, right now. And, of course, over the middle behind Shair is Kendrick Bourne, getting his first probably catch of the day. So I would assume that's still Kendrick Bourne. No, that's Michael Pittman. So Kendrick Bourne is somewhere else now. Michael Pittman, I completely forgot about that signing. 84, they kind of look similar in stature. That's okay. Well, Michael Pittman just not doing anything. And there's Jeffrey Simmons forcing a hurry there from Kirk Cousins. Has to double clutch the football. And Jeffrey Simmons able to put some pressure on Kirk Cousins there. 2nd and 10 now. Going to try to hop on to Evans here. Get him covering up Hunter Henry. It's going to be slants. Across the middle. Shair comes down. Makes the tackle on Juju. 3rd and 6 now. Just one more play. Get this drive done and out of the way. They would have to settle for field goal if they end up being able to kick the ball from this territory. Man-to-man, 3rd and 6. Dropping back to pass after a play action. And there is Yatir Gross-Matos. Coming up big with a sack and almost forcing them out of field goal range on 4th and 15. Going to let the clock tick. I would call a timeout to try to ice the kicker. I don't think we'll be able to ice him. I'm just going to let the clock tick. Up and no good. He missed it wide left. It would have been good if he would have had the accuracy. He did not. Matt Gay misses. Going to go back to the ground here, starting off at our own 48 after a missed field goal from Matt Gay. Going to send Treylon Burks in motion back across the formation. Take that corner out of the formation. Marcus Jones. And he gets stripped again. Tajay Spears again gets stripped. 1st and 10. Defense back out on the field. I bet they're fucking pissed now. They were already on the field and fucking Tajay Spears sent them right back out. Here, Hunter Henry. Shair nowhere to be found. Florence is going to have to make a play. Makes the tackle. 12 for 22 now for Kirk Cousins. He's going to get moving here. With this defense having to play man coverage, he's going to look towards Hunter Henry against these linebackers. Keenan Evans comes up with this tackle after a 2-yard catch. Going to go back to the air game probably here. Going to motion this D-line, get them matched up evenly across the board. There's Michael Pittman and Caleb Farley nowhere near him. Michael Pittman just made this game a game. The Patriots defense just made this a game. 24-21 late here in the 4th. 1st and 10. We're going to end up bringing De'Aaron Evans in. We're going to give Tajay Spears a break. I don't know if it's just him or if the defense is just playing well at this moment. Going to sub out some of these running backs. De'Aaron Evans up to the 2nd level, up to the 3rd. Getting a big gain there. 23 rushes for his first rush as a Tennessee Titan this year. I think he played for the Tennessee Titans in the past. I don't know how much he actually played for them. But if I remember correctly, he was at least on their practice squad, I think, of some type of capacity at some point. 1st and 10, play action fake. Josh Wiley, 1-on-1, and just the corner jumps it. Christian Gonzalez plays that well, ends up beating Wiley to the spot, knocks the football away. Going to go to the ground game here on 2nd and 10. Going to let Haskins get some more work as well. I don't know what's up with Spears at the moment. I think the defense might be just playing well. I don't want to just all put it on Spears, but go to some different running backs here. Hassan Haskins up to the 2nd level. Almost up to the 3rd. If Treylon Burks could have just held that block just a minute longer, well, a second longer, could have probably been up the sideline. Not for a touchdown, but for definitely a bigger gain at that point. PA boot. Let's go left. Going to send Chig out on an out route, going back the other way. Just get the defense off guard. I don't really see anything that I love. Wiley, catch, hold on the football. Matthew Judon comes up, makes the tackle. We don't necessarily have to go for a touchdown here. We're not losing by any stretch of the imagination. It's just, may as well try to get some points. I would have liked to keep the clock moving. Judon being able to tackle. Our guy, Wiley, out of bounds. 1st and 10. Going to hand off to Dearnton Evans again. He gets to the outside. He's one-on-one with a safety. Micah Hyde able to bring him down. 2 for 35 for Dearton Evans. Good change of pace here, apparently. He has gotten going almost immediately. Good plays from him and this offensive line. They've done really good jobs. The receivers helping out a lot as well. I kind of want to have the same philosophy that the 49ers have. If you block well, I'm going to be willing to get you the football. 1st and 10, almost 8 guys in the box here. Going to motion Wiley over. I think Chig can handle Judon on the backside himself. We're going to put Wiley up against Tavai. Cody Whitehair, I need you to go get Peppers and push him out. No, but Haskins to the outside. One-on-one with Jonathan Jones. Can't win. Christian Barmore now down. A 1-yard rush there for Hassan Haskins. Not bad. Just with what we had, I thought we would have gotten more there. 2nd and 9 now. We're going to run at the strength of this defense and Matthew Judon. Josh Wiley and Goodwell, I think, pushed him out, and Hassan Haskins all the way up to the 5. Holy fuck. This offensive line has come alive. Josh Wiley and Goodwell just shoved Judon basically into the other backers. 1st and goal here. We don't have to go fast here, but with the Patriots still having a timeout and using their second there just now, they can still stop the clock. Hand off here, Haskins. If he has a chance at the end zone, I'm going to take it. And he does! Into the end zone, Hassan Haskins. This running back group has really come alive. Dearton Evans already impressing me. I know what he's about. Trust me, I get it. I liked him as Chicago Bear. I wanted them to keep him. They didn't. Seems like a pretty cool dude. He comes in, gets 2 big rushes right away. Good shit. 31-21 here late in the 4th. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. We're going to play a lot of coverage downs here. We're going to play a lot of coverage formations. Get Mark Vickers out onto this field. Hopefully he can help out this defense. Hunter Henry here underneath. That's fine. If you want to take that, that's fine. You're going to run a bunch of time off the clock for 4 yards. You can fucking take that. Every day of the week you can take that. If that's really what you want to do, go ahead. I will happily give that up. Here's Devontae breaking 2 tackles from linebackers. Gonna have to probably go conservative if we get a chance to change out some of these adjustments. 3 wide receivers left again. No, they have Juju as the tight end. And here's Treston Ebner again, 1-yard reception. Like I said, if you want that, go ahead, take it. At this point, you just ran off 10 seconds for a 1-yard gain. You're not going to make this comeback if you're going to do that. Treston Ebner here on a run play. What the fuck are they doing? This reminds me of the Texans just a couple weeks ago at this point. 4 wide to the left. We're going to play coverage here underneath. Hunter Henry over the middle, behind the linebackers. Come up, make the play. They're going to call their last timeout. God, they just have not played good. They have not played good at all. I'll say that much. I'm just going to play cover 2 man at this point. I would rather stack up in man coverage, force them to come up and make a play. I'd rather have them make a play than us just sitting back playing soft. 2nd and 10 now after an overthrow by Kirk Cousins. Just not a good game from him. Don't know if it's more of this defensive line being able to come up big or if he's just not having a good game. He could just be having a bad game. Those happen to the best of us. Yatir getting to the inside and trying to throw towards Michael Pittman. Nothing going there. 12 seconds. 3rd and 10. This game is all but over for this New England Patriots team. They're going to continue to fight, it looks like, at least as of now. 3rd and 10. Going to bring Evans. Going to send a little extra pressure. 5-on-5. Let's go get it. They do end up keeping the running back for a second, but then they get rid of him. Overthrown there by Kirk Cousins and 4th and 10. And this game is virtually over. They would have to score in 5 seconds, get the onside recovery in 1 second, and then still throw up a Hail Mary to even have a chance. They are finished, my friend. I don't even know if they're going to... Yeah, they're running the football. On 4th and 10, they end up picking up the first. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to give them a play. I'm a nice guy. I'll give him a play. Let's see what happens here. And put Evans on the running back. I would like to get to your tier. Can't quite get there. McCreary, come up with the pick! Roger McCreary coming up with a pick to seal the game. I let them have an extra play, and he decided to fuck it up. God, Kirk Cousins is dog shit. I've said it once, and I'll say it again. Oh, I completely forgot that I even sent Robert Hainsey to the Patriots. Did I? Did I send Robert Hainsey? I must have. Because he wouldn't have been off contract unless for some reason he would have gotten released by a different team. So Robert Hainsey, we beat one of our former teammates as well. So, wow, what a game from just this whole unit. Hassan Haskins playing well. Tajay Spears playing well. Will Levis, besides the pick, played pretty decent, I would say. 179 yards on the day for him, 2 touchdowns, a pick. Pick was more on me than anything. Rushing for us was very good, and we shut down their rushing game for the most part. For the most part, anyway. Good rushing all around. De'Aaron Evans, 35 yards. Will Levis, 26. Hassan Haskins, 60. And Tajay Spears, 79. I'll take that. Bo Melton with 6 receptions. Tajay Spears with 4. Josh Wiley with 2. Amos with 2. Chig with 1. Not as big of a passing game for us on the day. Chris Malone letting up the only sack, apparently. It was a good game. It was definitely a team that we should have beaten, and we did. That's a good thing. I'm going to get thumbnails and all that fun shit, and then we will head back to the main menu, look at our opponent next week, and discuss the game. Okay, so now that we're back at the main menu, of course, we did end up winning 31-21, going to a 7-7 record now, probably officially eliminating New England now at this point. One thing that I don't understand is why there is nothing in the standings where like it eliminates teams. Like it won't tell you that this team is eliminated yet. I think MLB does it where like when your team's officially mathematically eliminated, it shows up with an E next to your team. Now, I'm not 100% sure, right? A team that's 5-9, I don't know if they would be mathematically eliminated at this point, but I definitely think it would be very, very hard, and it would be like, this team has to win, and this team has to lose, and this team has to tie, and this team has to beat this team by 4 points and shit. But like a team like the Panthers, who are 3-10, the Vikings, who are 3-10, I feel like one of those teams would probably be eliminated by now at this point in the season. But let's go ahead and sim into the next week so we can look and see what the Bills are. Yeah, what the Bills are going into next week. We do have an injury to go over real quick before we do sim. We are going to be losing Chris Malone for 4 weeks again. Holy fuck. We do have Caleb on Chase on back, so that probably will mean Kyron Johnson will probably get dropped, and we'll have to pick up another O-lineman. Probably Jack Driscoll or Ja'Tyre Carter at this point. One of the two will have to come back to the team at this point. Jack Driscoll has to go to free agency, but Ja'Tyre Carter is on practice squad, so that may determine how things are done. I'm not 100% sure. Ja'Tyre Carter might get picked up even right now. So I might actually drop Kyron Johnson now and pick up Ja'Tyre just in case I want him instead of Jack Driscoll. But any moves I make, I will show you guys, but let's sim to the next week. So yeah, we are going to be taking on the Buffalo Bills. 8-6 is their record, 87 overall, just across the board, it seems like. Great. Josh Allen has looked like he's played a fantastic year. Granted, their top threats are normally wrong in terms of stats. I know for some reason it sometimes doesn't update, so those stats could be incorrect. He probably has at least those. I'm just saying his stats might not have upgraded, and so there is that. I went ahead and did the practice just to get that through, just to make sure if there's any other injuries, I could take care of all the roster needs right now. I did end up, like I said, dropping Kyron Johnson back down the practice squad. Ja'Tyre Carter is going to come back up, help fill that role of playing that backup guard and center position and stuff like that. Dorian Dixon, of course, will be the second center. Cody Whitehair is probably going to get the start, if I had to guess. Or we could move Dorian Dixon back over to center real quick, put Goodwill in at guard, and put Nicholas Petit-Fier back in. It's all really determined on how I want to go about things. We could rotate linemen in and out if we really needed to, all that fun stuff. It will just really depend on how things are going during the game, of course. Coming off a good win against the Patriots, we got to come out, play even better against the Buffalo Bills if we want to have a chance of stopping this unit. Josh Allen's going to be a problem. 7-7, like I said, we have to basically win out to probably have a realistic chance of a playoff spot at this point. But, man, it was a good game. I think some stuff needs to be improved. Of course, we went up against a bad opponent, so not to be too surprising there. If you guys enjoy this content or the content here on my channel, I would appreciate if you guys do stick around and subscribe. I would assume this video probably will come out before April at minimum. Go check out any of the roster updates if you guys need a new roster for Madden 24. More information about the draft and all that fun stuff later down the road as the draft gets closer and as free agency slowly starts to wrap up. It's slowly starting to wrap up as is right now. I think since I updated the game at 3 a.m. this morning till now, I think there's only been like 3 transactions that have been reported on multiple different sites that I've checked, besides jersey number, players picking jersey numbers and stuff. So not a whole ton of stuff to be noteworthy about. I might start making a video once a week just to show you guys and just to push it out. Because I know YouTube slowly kills videos after a week or so if it doesn't have a shit ton of views. So be on the lookout for all that fun stuff. If you guys want to see more videos like this, whether it's Tennessee Titans franchise or if it's something else, I do have a couple things in the pipe works that I do want to get done and pushed out to you guys. With that being said, guys, I do appreciate the support you guys have shown on both the roster and the YouTube page. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace.